Nothing against the St. Louis Rams, but the LA Rams feel bigger. Nothing against, your Jacksonville Jaguars or your Oakland Raiders, but God, is Vegas perfect? Are the Raiders perfect for Vegas? Is Vegas perfect for the Raiders? But I want to talk about Derek Carr. And there are 10 quarterbacks in this league better than Derek Carr. And there's 20 quarterbacks in this league that Derek Carr is better than. He's in a group of 2 or 3 guys we can argue about. Tannehill, Derek Carr. I like Carr. Matt Ryan, Derek Carr. I don't know. Carson Wentz, Derek Carr. He's not as good as 10. He's better than 20. And then we can argue about stuff. Dak's probably better, but he's in that class. But what he did last night is what Baker Mayfield could not do Sunday. Almost no time on the clock. He trails. Everybody in the stadium, including the defense, knows he has to pass. Boom, boom, field goal, overtime win. It's what Baker couldn't do Sunday. Derek had 37 seconds. Baker had 2 minutes. Baker had 2 drives. 3 and out on one, interception on the other. Derek had 1 and 37 seconds with a worse supporting cast and a worse offensive line. And Derek Carr did what top 12 quarterbacks do. This is what he said yesterday. The 99% of this league is paid to be able to lead a team down the field when they have a great offensive line, a great running game, a great scheme, and the defense has no idea what you're doing. That was Baker Mayfield Monday or Sunday. That's what you're paid to do. That's just being a guy. Talking as a sports host, you could just be a person. Get ratings. That's the difference. Derek Carr did what Baker couldn't do. 37 seconds. Baker had 2 drives. His final drive, he had 2 minutes. 1 3 and out, 1 pick. This NFL is not about just, hey, I've got a lead. That's why I always say about Alabama quarterbacks. It's easy when you got a lead. How'd Mac Jones look trailing? How'd Mac Jones look with not a lot of time? How'd Mac Jones look when maybe the other team had more good players than the team you're on? That's the difference. Derek Carr, every single human knew. You got about 3 plays, that's it, and you have to throw. Pin the ears back, bring them, linebackers drop, 6 DBs, boom, boom, field goal, overtime wins it. 435 yards, 2 touchdowns. The pick should have been caught. The receiver got a hand on it. But that's the difference between a guy and special. And Derek isn't as good as the top 10 in this league. You know who they are. And he's better than 20. He's in the argument with Tannehill and Matt Ryan and maybe a Carson Wentz. But, and by the way, most good quarterbacks above Derek Carr in this league, Josh Allen, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, the top guys. They're not asked to carry a bad roster. Derek Carr's asked to carry a bad roster. This is a 4th-place team. This team's going to finish 7-10. They don't have Denver's roster. They don't have the Chargers roster. They don't have Kansas City's roster. Derek's one of the only really, really good quarterbacks in this league. The other is Matt Ryan, who is asked to carry a suboptimal roster. So I'm going to defend him time and time again. I've said this. It's easy to have a great life if you're a trust fund kid. Okay, it's hard when you come from chaos and you have to carry parents or carry a brother and carry a sister and work in high school, work in college. Derek Carr may have the most dysfunctional front office in the NFL. Geyer's fired in the offseason. The GM's had multiple picks with. Gruden's crazy town. I don't know if he can coach anymore. Their offensive line's not as good as last year. The offense is basically carried by 2 guys, Derek Carr and Darren Waller, and they're both excellent. Waller's insane. But I love what I saw last night. I'm not saying he's as good as the top 10. I'm not saying he's Russell Wilson. That's not what I'm saying. But what he did last night, that is elite-level quarterbacking. You look up at a stadium, 37 seconds. You don't have a great roster. They're double-teaming Darren Waller. You got to get down the field for a field goal and tie it. Everybody knows you're throwing. Linebackers are dropping in the coverage, pinning their ears back. Boom, boom, field goal, OT, win it. That's elite quarterback play. Here's Derek Carr.
It reminded me so much of my career so far. A lot of this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful for this group because on both sides we made plays to help us lose it and to help us win it. But